Good morning. It's 11:18 a.m. and you'll notice I'm having what's traditionally called breakfast, a good healthy breakfast as well. We've got sausages, organic, some lovely bacon, look at this dripping in bacon fat, and some bread with butter, lots of butter, none of that shitty margarine garbage. A few tips on health today. Healthy eating and eating habits. Not just what you eat, but when you eat and how you eat. Traditional breakfast at the start of the day just after you've got up is a complete waste of time. In fact, it's detrimental to your health. Why is that so, I hear you ask? Well, you can only replace energy once it has been expended. You cannot eat food and imagine that you're storing energy and that if you eat 5 meals and then go on a marathon, you won't even be hungry at the end. It doesn't work like that. You won't even finish the marathon. So, unless you've been rooting all night, bonking, or whatever you call it, in other parts of the world, you haven't done anything to deserve your breakfast. You've been sleeping. So for goodness sake, don't eat as soon as you get up in the morning, because that gives your body hell. Don't start eating till at least 10:30, 11 o'clock. I get up. I have a strict discipline. I get up. I have 3 or 4 cups of coffee, about 10 cigarettes, and chew a few fingernails and get on with my day. I don't sit around eating breakfast like some slack-ass bastard. So look at these sausages. These 4 days out of date as well. I always find they're the best. They have a flavour to them that you don't get prior to that. And I wouldn't chew your food too much personally. You get your body into bad habits, easy habits, you know. You start chewing your food down to mush with all these 25 chews and all that garbage. Your body's got nothing to do and it goes to sleep on you. You have to challenge your body. I challenge my body all the time by swallowing great lumps of food and making my bloody body work to digest it. Interestingly enough, I did just count that when I was chewing, and it was 25 chews, so maybe the recommendation is 50. Whatever it is, it's much too much. Your body, your food shouldn't go down as much. Your digestive system is there for a reason, not to sit around all day bludging because it's coming down like baby food. And coffee is wonderful. Coffee gets your bowels working in the morning. My God, bowel movements are important. My granny used to inspect my bowel movements every day. I thought she was some sort of weirdo, to tell you the truth. Well, she was some sort of weirdo, but in this matter I was sort of right and sort of wrong. I mean, it is a bit weird, let's face it, but she had the idea that one could tell from bowel movements the basic health of the person, and I believe she's right. I believe she's right. Mind you, my dear mother had a story about bowel movements, which it's a bit disturbing in a way. She said, this is when she was quite old, even older than I am. She said, you know, I can always tell how old people are by how often they discuss their bowel movements, dear. I thought about that long and hard. I still am, about 20 years later. It gives you pause for thought, that sort of thing. So start the day off with a good, healthy piece of sliced pig with not all the fat drained off as well. You need that fat. It's good for you, especially if you want to stay slim and beautiful. And some nice organic beef sausages. None of that crap FDA approved stuff from America. Teach dreadful stuff that they put in their shit beef. You really do need to eat organic foods as much as possible. I sometimes have I'm accused of having a somewhat facetious and light-hearted approach to good health, which is not true at all. It's just a little different. I must say it's a little different from the convention. You should never sit with your elbow on the table. My mother used to tell me that, but I don't think she was born in the days, she wasn't alive even when camcorders were around, when it was necessary. For the sake of demonstration, I'll put my elbow up, and it's okay this time, Mum. But a good healthy beef breakfast. I read a government report the other day that 10% of people are going to die from eating red meat. You're right. That's like the stupid, what was that other stuff they were carrying on about 15 years ago? Oh, the stuff that was going to give you terrible heart problems and, I don't know. I'll think of it before I finish this mouthful. Count my chews. Cholesterol. I told you, it turned out to be a load of old gobbledygook, and high cholesterol is actually quite good for you, which I always knew, of course, because anything that the government announces, anything, the opposite can be taken to be the truth. It's one of the hard and fast rules of the universe. The government is always wrong. Not just regularly, not just usually, always wrong. On that note, I'm going to get on my breakfast because it is actually starting to cool off because I'm doing so much talking. And but I hope you get the idea of how to start a good healthy day. Don't forget to wash it down with at least a litre of coffee. You can also, by the way, as a little aside at the end, you can put some coffee up your arse for an enema, and that also will help those bowel movements no end, but not too often. No more than once every 2 or 3 weeks for that sort of thing. Thank you, and I hope this has given you a pleasant start to the day.